the answer. But, and over time, I have tried to come up with a better answer and a more specific answer, and I was never happy with the answers I was coming up. But finally, as I was reading, again, one of my favorite books, I ran into the following words that I believe provide the answer to this question. So, what makes our department excellent is our conviction that the free, exploring mind of the individual human is the most valuable thing in the world. So now, these are not my words, obviously. These are the words of John Steinbeck. John Steinbeck, of course, is a famous American author, and I think these words capture in a unique way the foundation on which we have built as a department our excellence. And of course, we go on and we fortify this foundation with the second most important element of our success, and this is, of course, top talent. Our faculty and our students are the best of the best. And on this foundation, we plant the expert knowledge, the curiosity, the ambition, and the drive that turn wild dreams into reality. We pride ourselves in graduating some of the best engineering minds in the world. They are the innovators and the leaders of tomorrow, and we are thrilled that they and their parents have trusted us to nurture their intellect and inspire their creativity. Tonight's main event is the recognition of our top talent. Our students' excellence is recognized through scholarships and awards that total approximately $528,000. So $528,000 were going to be given tonight to students, and I can tell you that even though you can think of that money as a value, what we are rewarding with that money is something that is really priceless. Now, these funds for these awards are not made available by the state of Illinois. They are made available every year through the generosity of our alumni and friends, and from gifts from the industry that hires our undergraduates and our graduates. And we are indebted to them for their loyal support. We recognize that this support expresses the appreciation they have of ECE Illinois as a place that respects the value of the free, exploring mind of the individual man and inspires it and empowers it in its ambition to change the world for the better. So this is what this department is all about. We are very proud in this tradition. Our successes speak about the brilliance of our future, and the people who we celebrate tonight are part of that brilliance. So as we go on with the recognition of this talent, please keep in mind that the people that you meet tonight, the students that you say hi to, one day are going to be changing the world, and you want to remember them and say, oh, I had a dinner. So as we go on with the program, some logistics you have, I hope all of you received the program that has a detailed description of all the awards, the donors and the recipients. We will rely on this program to keep our program short. There will be some brief introductions, and we will ask the recipients of the awards to step forward to receive their award. And as far as pictures are concerned, at the end of the event, we'll have a photographer outside. So if you want pictures taken with your famous professors, if you want pictures taken with your famous parents, please take advantage of the opportunity at the end of the event. Finally, I know this is a very difficult request, and I hate to make it actually. I mean, I shouldn't make it, but if you feel that if you feel that you can afford to hold your applause for the end, please do so. But if not, you're welcome to applaud. So with that, I would like to move on with the program, and I would like to ask Professor Steve Sauer, Ranger Chair in Electrical Engineering, to introduce the first recipient.
Oh, thank you for holding the applause. I like to be the first person up here because these dinners are really interesting. I get to sit next to Dan Hang. And I come here to feel younger again. And you say, oh, that's because you get to sit with all these students for dinner. And I say, no, I get to sit next to Dan Hang. That makes me feel younger. He was talking about being a student here in 1939. That's one of our legends right there, Daniel Hang. I also like to be the first one because I was walking down the halls of Everett Lab, and you should do that too sometime. Go down the hall by the elevator. All of the awards are on the walls. All the plaques, all of these awards are on there. Check the dates out. If you look at those dates, you'll find out there's only one plaque up there that was in existence in 1977. And I think it was the Ada Campanile Award. It is amazing what a little bit of people's concerns, people's interests, people's love for recognition of young students will do for our department. We now have 2 walls full of plaques that are there to recognize the achievements of our students. That stuff wasn't there 30 years ago. There was nothing. And so if we had a dinner like this, there would have been Dan Hang and me, and maybe Tim Trick, and that's about it. And one student award winner. That would have been it. So I'll start with the Paul Ray Egbert Memorial Award. Paul Ray Egbert was 30 years here, and he retired early, which was amazing, at age 55. And that's quite young by most standards, especially some of us. And I took his place. I literally came here and got his job. He was in electric power systems. He was the guy who taught power systems, and he gave homework problems where you turned in your solution on an IBM card. And you had to design a transmission line, and then he would run it through the computer, and he would see from the output of the computer what your design produced. And he could grade them by holding the IBM card up to the light and looking at the hole. He was quite a guy. Paul Ray Egbert died of Lou Gehrig's disease before he really enjoyed over half of the remaining life. And he's not here anymore. His wife, Kate Egbert, would love to be here, but she couldn't make it either. But in Ray's honor, we have created the Paul Ray Egbert Memorial Award, and tonight's recipient is Mahir Rosalia, who has been very active in all types of activities in ECE department, IEEE, and the power area. So, Mahir. There was another professor around at that time. His name was M. Stanley Helm. He didn't like his first name, which was Marion, so he wanted everybody to call him Stan. And he had about 65 years of service as an ECE professor. 65 years. He continued to work with us after he retired. He ran our affiliates program. He had former students in CEO positions all over the country. And he helped us get support from those CEOs, and we get it to this day. He had a wife. Stan died at the age of 94. His wife died at the age of 93, 3 months later. Their oldest son, who was about my age, died a year later, and his wife just died this year. His daughter. So the entire Helm family, father, mother, son, daughter, all gone. But they were an incredible group of 4 people, and this award was created to recognize Stan Helm. And the winner this year is Michael